Public schools versus private schools. PWIs versus HBCUs. College versus trade schools. Standardized exams. Underpaid. Overwork. If we don't understand what our educators are going through, how can we expect them to educate?
Ain't my maker for making me. My nigga so real, man. Ain't my mama, she pray for me, yeah. And it was up, yeah. Ain't my haters for hating me. I kept it so real, man. Never bring me a mystery, yeah. My nigga so real. No fairy tales and no make-believe. The pain was so real, man, real, man. But they ain't my favorite for saving me, yeah. It made me so real. And I don't care what they say about me, yeah. My nigga so real, man. Ain't no nigga gon' play with me, yeah. My nigga so real.
Welcome to Gullah Talk, where we moving forward, onward and upward through culture, education, and economics. I got one of Hughie's finest today, Dr. Nesbitt, but he prefers to be called Travis Lamar.
Yeah.
Today we talking about education. What's up, my buddy? Happy
Family.
New Year.
Hey, man. Welcome to 2021, bro.
We made it through the other side,
It's been a rough year. Even rough, man. A lot of stuff happened. Good and bad, pros and cons.
But we made it, right?
Yeah,
So
man.
let's back up a little bit. Hughie.
South Carolina.
One thing I said when I went to South Carolina State, I never saw so much pride until I met the Hughie boys.
Yeah.
It was, you hear about it from Charleston.
Right.
Y'all came in with that. I'm from Hughie.
Hey, man, that country.
Williams Corner. PNC.
PNC,
Like,
bro.
I don't
Steve
see
Creek, bro.
Creek.
You know
And
what I'm
I
saying?
was like, shout out.
41.
Yeah, how was it growing up on Hughie, man?
Man, listen, being from the country, man, it's you couldn't ask for nothing better. You couldn't ask for nothing better. The peace, the tranquility, like you say, the oneness. And when you from like a small town like that, like you gotta come together. So like you alluded to, when you saw us and them folk in Orangeburg, Hughie, what's up?
Yes.
And it's a beautiful thing, man. You got your family, you outside, you playing all the time. And it's just a close-knit culture, bro.
Is it still that way?
To be honest, I ain't even a Hughie that much enough to tell you, but it don't seem like it. It definitely don't seem like it. Like coming up, man, everybody outside. Everybody at the field between grandma's house, we playing basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody coming through. We 12, 14 deep, throw up tackle, all that.
Yes.
And I don't think it's like that no more.
Because the technology, because I'm from Wamala.
Wamala, baby. I ain't never been there. I can't wait to go though.
I gotta take you there, man. It's Hughie and Hughie.
I know, bro.
So I understand that country living. I understand how that camaraderie and all of that. But when you was growing up in Hughie, because a lot of us who grew up in those type of settings,
right,
we're not necessarily pushed academically. We're pushed where the family do. So if your daddy hangs sheetrock, you kind of
do sheetrock.
If your daddy a truck driver, it's not really necessarily education, but it's more of a manual labor. How'd you started to look into college and?
Man, that's funny. With education, I can honestly say, bro, like the Creator just blessed me with being academically gifted. So like you said, it wasn't necessarily it been pushed. It's just been easy. The work been easy. School been easy. Education to this day, to me, is just formal education, just easy, bro. It's just intrinsic. It's just in me. So like it wasn't like, and growing up without a father figure, we ain't got no family business to push into.
Yeah.
So I've been like, my pocket in education, bro. I ain't see my first B till like middle school type man.
Are you serious?
Top 10 in high school, like all that, bro. full Aki, all that. Full
so
Aki.
so in elementary school, you realize I'm kind of gifted in.
Yeah, I've been in the 3rd grade, 4th grade merger class. You've been like 7th, 3rd graders and the rest been 4th grade. And I've been in that. If you got anything to do with gifted and talented and all that, no, I did that. Accelerated reader parties, all the time. Every single time. Like, bro, I've been in 5th grade. You've been a middle school spelling bee, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I've been in 5th grade and get 2nd place in that spelling bee. I've been in 5th grade.
Was it?
I get 2nd place in the school-wide spelling bee. The school-wide, like not just the class. No. Yeah.
So did your mama? Was it a teacher that was like, "Whoa, you smart," or was it like your mama?
No, that ain't never even happened. No, I mean, you know, moms, grandma, great grandma, they support you, and that's good, baby, and it's all on the fridge. But it ain't been like somebody put me to the side and be like, "You exceptional, like you smart for real." Like, I mean, and when I look back on teachers that been influential, like you could tell. They put a little extra in me, but I ain't never been like someone sit down kind of come to Jesus meeting like you smart. The grades had to tell me. The data, everybody love the data. The data say I've been smart.
That's interesting because you know sometimes kids, as you know, being an educator, you pull them to the side and you kind of if he or she don't see it, you kind of be like, well, you know, you kind of different. Yeah. Like you might want to. But it's interesting that you came to that point. So you feel like the creator, because I know you talk a lot about the universe creator.
The universe.
Like he just planted that seed.
He, she, they, all of them did that. Like when I was created, I just had a little extra sprinkle.
Yes.
A little extra fairy dust, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this kid gonna be special, and I feel that way. And I guess the record speaks for itself.
So with that understanding of that extra sprinkle, extra dust, comes responsibility.
Man, listen, it comes, like I had a savior complex for a long time, and that thing been heavy. Like it's like a burden, like, and it's you know self-assessed.
Yes.
Because you like episode 1, Dr. Mitchell talked about knowledge of self.
Yes.
And you gotta dig deep, and I found out like, yo, bro, because you got this educational acumen. You feel as though you got to save everybody. You feel as though because, you know, you so smart, you get all these good grades, all these people got all these plaques. I've been getting letters from all kind of colleges, man. Like, you got to be the one to bring us out of poverty.
Ooh.
And I used to bear that for the longest, brother. And I'm telling you, like, once I had come to realization, I've been like, man, I can't do this. I can't be that because I just, you can't live your life like that, man. Like, I'm unapologetically, you got to be true to you. You got to find your purpose. And I self-imposed that purpose on me because of education, but that wasn't my purpose. That's not my purpose. I can't go through the system. Not who I am, not Travis Lamar. I can't. Because at the end of the day, I got to be true to me and what I stand for.
So talk about a system. Use the word system. Describe the system in your opinion. Yeah. So when you say... The system, is it the system of education, the system of how we think, the system of a European mindset?
Everything you just said.
Okay.
Because the European mindset has created societal parameters. It's in everything. It's in education, it's in economics, it's in politics, it's in religion, it's in law, it's in war, it's in sex. That comes from the theory of Dr. Francis Cress Wilson. White supremacy and white oppression is in everything. Everything you started naming, entertainment, it's all of that. And I am an avid activist against oppression, against colonization. So I can't dwell in that mess because I done seen too many things. I done experienced it firsthand. I'm not going to be quiet about that.
So in your activism, what, if you're against it, what role how do you play against it? How do Travis play against?
I got to create my own. We got to create our own. That's why something like Sweetgrass.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is our own. This is our culture.
Yes.
This is our heritage. You know, you turn that into commerce and business and you good. Like I was, you know, taking steps to get a charter school open. I was doing that. That's the kind of land I'm going to have to work in. You know, I ain't fancy. Once I get my acre of land and I renovate the house, y'all boy come to the house and get y'all education just like that. Like I'm not formal. It don't take much, but in order for us to move forward and succeed, it's gonna take a little bit of suffering. But what I have to learn and hone in on is efficient suffering.
Talk about it.
Because there's a difference. Like,
explain.
Like if you're gonna leave the system, make sure you got a cushion before you dip. You can't just leave emotionally, and that I'm an emotional being. You can't just leave emotionally and not have, everything in the works. You gotta make sure you straight. You gotta make sure you can bubble while you're doing your own thing, because it's gonna take time. Because you building anything from the ground up take time. See, I didn't know. I had no idea. And that's another thing. Representation matters. I've never even seen this happen before. But once you start reading and following certain people and listening to certain things, everybody say the same thing. Like, yo, this journey that you on, it's one of solitude and loneliness and hardships. That's scripture, matter of fact, because now I'm relearning the scripture again. Got me a personal shaman, bro. We be chopping that thing up regularly.
Yes.
Man, listen, if you on this journey of righteousness and truth, the people closest to you probably gonna hurt you the most. No cap.
Where you think this journey gonna take you?
Oh man, to bliss, to peace. I live a utopian mindset, man, and that's pros and cons again. But I know what's gonna happen, because
explain that mindset. What is
like the utopian mindset is like how I think things should be, is how I see it. So when all this crazy stuff happening in the world, or I'm dealing with racism right in my face and unprofessionalism and discrimination in my mind, I'm like, yo, this is absurdly wrong, bruh. This criminal. But it's this reality, but I don't live in it. In my mind, I'm like, no, it should be like this.
So what do you say to a person that say, Trav, face reality. It is what it is. I
say that all these people that y'all look up to in the past, why y'all ain't tell them that? Why you ain't tell Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to chill? Ain't nobody tell El Hajj Malik, El Shabazz to chill.
Talk about it.
Or Otter B. Wells, them boy ain't chill. September Clark did not chill, bruh. Her principal literally been like, no, don't do that. And she was like, no, I gonna do that. And now every black principal in South Carolina owed to her not chilling and not facing reality. How you gonna be a principal in South Carolina without September Clark? You wasn't gonna be one. And she ain't chill. So what you want me to do? I ain't gonna chill. Like I said, bro, I'm covered.
So after your days at Carolina, you switched.
Yeah. South Carolina State.
You came the South Carolina State.
HBCU, man.
You went to get your master's. Because like I tell people all the time, growing up, honestly, being that my mother was an educator, I never knew, and I tell people this with the straightest face, a majority school. Like, it didn't fathom.
That's crazy.
Because I remember when me and my twin was getting all these scholarships for football and these schools coming over and look. And I can remember my mama saying, if it ain't HBCU,
that's crazy.
I would rather you not go to college.
Dang.
If you going to college,
hey,
so growing up, I never really understood. So but I started to meet a lot of different people. What was the switch like? Was it different?
Oh yeah, man, it was different.
Talk about
a little bit.
South Carolina State.
Well, I've been at USC. Homecoming was whatever, but I ain't never miss a homecoming to South Carolina State. While I've been at USC, I had like an 8-year run, no cap.
Yes.
While I've been at USC, don't even know what their homecoming is, but I ain't never missed state homecoming.
Live is homecoming.
Live and then 5, bro. Jack and Reed. It's everything you're talking about, and I came in the master's level, so I kind of missed the undergrad. Listen, I done hear all the stories. Y'all boy had a time down there. I don't hear and it's just the people, being taught by people who look like you. You get a different level of care. You know what I'm saying, from an HBCU, and like they, Dr. Mitchell talked about in episode 1, culture and environment is more important than curriculum. I agree with that because the curriculum ain't even gonna be that much different. You know what I'm saying? The curriculum, basically the curriculum. Ain't nobody making no switches. It's just you got people who look like you and can identify with you, and I've been through what you've been through. So I'm just like Miss Maddie, bruh. If it ain't HBCU, then why you going?
So upon graduating from state, that was year 1 of teaching, or you went straight into your PhD? How did that work?
No, I leaving, once I got my counselor aid at South Carolina State, that's when I started going. I got my first education job in North Charleston. Gases job,
Talk about it.
Gases job, you gonna find, bro. Middle school, you know what I'm saying? Them kids, I'm like, yo, am I back at Kane Hoy? You know, I go to Kane Hoy. I'm like, these kids just like us. They talk like me. And I could have did 30 years there easy, man. The experience was crazy. The kids gravitated to me. I won Rookie Teacher of the Year that year. No cap, bro. It's the award at my grandma's house right now. Like, I don't play no games, bro. Budget cuts, man. Budget cuts. I lose the contract because I've been the last man in the office. You know,
man, how did that make you feel?
Bruh, and the way our principal handled the situation, she was like, don't talk about your contract. So I couldn't even lean on anybody. Like, I brand new. I don't know nothing. I don't know about contracts and all this kind of stuff like that. So when she told me that, and then the woman had cried while she told me that. But that's another conversation. I just real gas, I guess. I know.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
It was hurtful, bro. I've been hurt. And, you know, she was saying, you know, you still can sign the contract. You would just go to any school in Charleston County. But I had perceived that like any school. I literally just went Rookie Teacher of the Year a week ago. I don't want to go nowhere, bro. All my turn here in Northwoods. You know, so it's like.
So after winning Rookie Teacher of the Year, they have to
a week later,
they sit you down,
you gone, bro.
Due to a budget cut?
Yeah, they say budget cut. Due to budget cuts, you know, you being the last counselor in the office, you know, we gotta let you go.
Did you sign the Charleston County contract for counseling? Or you just bounced?
No, I've been like, I out.
Because you went to what, 5, 6 different schools?
5 different schools in 5 years. Nobody got a perspective like mine, bro. Nobody.
Talk about
Not one. Well, I ain't gonna say not one person. Especially in our field of like counseling and admin or whatever. Like, you stay there 20 years, bro. Ain't no counseling jobs open. Ain't no admin jobs just opening like that. People stay. And in my experience, bro, I've been 5 different places in 5 years. I done experienced all of South Carolina public education. From the low country to the Midlands to the Piedmont, bro. To the coast of Georgia, bro. I done been everywhere. I done experienced everything.
So talk about that. Talk about the low country being 5 different schools, 5 different areas. What did you learn?
Boy, listen, I learned that South Carolina public education ain't for us. Not K through 12. It ain't for us, man. And I can't continue to go through this system being the person who I am. Being who I am and being true to me, no, I can't do that.
What aspect of it is not for us?
Everything. Everything. When you can have a 17-year-old, a 16-year-old athlete who ain't never been to his professional school counselor office before, he black. Let me say this. Let me back up a little bit. So y'all know the term as guidance counselor, right?
Yes.
About, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years ago, the term changed to professional school counselor. So technically, the term is no longer guidance. It's professional school counseling.
Why did he shift the term?
Oh, boy, I can't tell you something. You know, high up shit. I know, but it's like everybody still say guidance, but that's not the actual term. I just wanted to put that out there so people know. So for this conversation's sake, though, I'll say guidance because that's what people know.
Gotcha.
A 16-year-old ain't never been to the guidance office before. Black, athlete, never stepped foot in a guidance office. But you can find a 9th grader, white girl, who know all her pre-SAT information. She done know all the scholarships coming up. She been in the running for all these other accolades. But these black kids got a 9 on your progress report, bruh. How you get a 9? I am Power School. I see the grades. How do you even get a 9?
Is that because they
don't care, man?
Guidance what is the job of the guidance counselor to grab the students to make sure they come in the office?
No. So I wasn't putting this on counseling. I was this a school thing now. I was just talking about counseling in general for that example. No, this is just a school issue. This just education is, a cog in the system of white supremacy. That's when you, like Dr. Curry talked about in episode 2. How you got a second grader, you taking stats on him, already know he going to jail. That second grader ain't white they talking about. Trev, oh God. I mean, I got these kids in the office, 14 years old, read like a 5-year-old. How does this kid even get to 9th, 10th grade? How does that even happen? He can't read. He can't, but nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. And like I said, these kids that I'm talking about, they black. Very small number of white kids have these issues.
Is the responsibility of the school, in your opinion? Or is it parenting?
I was about to say, we won't get the real responsibility.
Yeah, because that's alarming. That is actually, and me going through public school, that was the norm. But now looking back at it as a 30-year-old man, it's very alarming.
And these are facts.
Because you're not going to survive.
Man, listen.
Without the basic skills.
How? They don't care. You are a number. I'm telling you facts now. I'm telling you, a principal will look at you and say, all I care about is 94% graduation rate. If you can't hit that number, you mean nothing to me. I'll send you to a Turner school, or I'll find a way to get you off the numbers. You can age out whatever, but you're not gonna count against my graduation rate, no matter what. I don't sit in that office. You can't tell me nothing, bro. It's not you can tell me. I'm gonna give you a perfect example, bro. I just saw this somewhere online. Let's say this is a SAT question. All right, you're in a room. You got a bed. How many people can fit in that bed? It's a regular twin size bed. A1, B3, C5, D6. The white boy gonna say, hey, what do you think the black boy from Charleston gonna say?
As much as people, his brothers can get in that bed.
If 12, nigga, we're 12. Give me an E. We can get more people in that bed.
Get more people.
But he gonna get that wrong, Trev. He gonna get that wrong. And that's gonna cost some scholarship money. That's gonna go to the white boy who already come from wealth. He drive a Benz at 16. I see him in the parking lot. People can't tell me nothing, Trev. Not when it comes to education. I know this girl 15 with a Jaguar. I know she's 15.
She drive better car than you.
But my senior, black female student, damn near walking to school. But hey, education is the same though. Everybody just carry along like nothing going on. Like nobody.
Do you think that big shift like that affects the student education?
Of course.
So we back to environment.
Another great example. When I first heard this poem, this thing stick with me so bad. I had to look him up the other day. A kid from Charleston wrote it. If I ain't got a pencil. Y'all heard about that poem?
No.
Man, listen. So I'm going to paraphrase the poem, but I'm going to kind of run it down to you.
I'm going to read that poem.
Yeah. It's like, I woke up late because my alarm clock didn't go off. I got to get my dirty clothes out the laundry because my mom ain't wash them. I got to get my sister ready for school because my mom is sleeping because she just get off from her third job. I got to walk my little sister to school. I'm going to be late for school. I sit down in the seat and I get yelled at because I ain't got a pencil. So this little man, I wake up, got to wear dirty clothes, ain't got no lights in the house. Keep in mind, he ain't had no breakfast. He 12, but he got to get his 7-year-old ready like he a parent. He got to walk to school, run to his school, late, tardy, stinking, hungry. And this white teacher going to yell at me because I ain't got a pencil. Boy, fuck school. I can't about no school, boy. I hungry. Maslow. They like to talk about stuff and give data, but then they don't look at the data when they don't fit their purpose. Like y'all tell me Maslow hierarchy of needs. Say the first one is house, shelter, food.
Basic needs.
Basic needs. That's what y'all has said now. If all these kids' basic needs not met.
What would you say if a teacher or principal would be like, I can't, that's not my responsibility. I can't say this. Or someone say, it ain't my fault.
I'm going to say you're not a true educator. No, fight me. They like their summer vacation, bro. At the end of the day, and when you can get by just babysitting, easy. Especially with one-to-ones, you're a Chromebook, man, go ahead. You only got to read. No, I don't care if you know how to read. I just want to get off on summers and weekends. Listen, I know some real educators, but I can count them on one hand. And I've been in the game for 5 years.
Me being from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
And you just said a mouthful of things. I know for a fact other educators see it. Specifically the black one.
Yeah, they see it. They know because they're in the meetings. There's no way you can't see them. They in the meetings. They know.
So in your opinion, what do you think their role should be?
Well, here's the thing, Trev. You got to ask them what they're really here for. The problem is the majority of them probably there for the same reason. See, this capitalist society got us thinking, oh my gosh, if I don't pay my bills on time and I can't buy Michael Kors, this ain't life. You know what I'm saying? That's what society. So they like, I got a good salary. I get weekends off. I get summers off. I can't rock the boat too much. That's what the majority of them think. So they see it. When they get to a level 9.5, I'll step in. But for now, I just need to chill. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I mean, if you ain't in the principal office yelling your head off, you ain't doing enough. Because there's so much wrong going on. But a lot of people comfortable, and a lot of people, you know, like Dr. Mitchell talked about in episode 1, they scared to death of poverty. I'm not. I ain't scared of the struggle, bruh. I've been raised in it.
Yes.
If you're gonna fight this system, you gotta struggle. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Because if you stay in the system, you're a part of the system. In my humble opinion, and a lot of other black scholars' humble opinion, that's just how the game goes. You can't be like, I won't fight racism and then go to all these stores ran by racist people. You can't say black power and like got on a Gucci shirt. What are you doing? You jokey. That Gucci don't even like your black behind. Dummy. Where your sweet grass stuff at?
Talk about it.
Where you built to last forever, bro? Like, where is your designs per shanty? Like, it's black people out here doing what they say they want us to do, but they ain't getting the support. I don't get that. And that's where the utopian mind coming at. That drives me nuts because in my head, I'm like, boy, y'all boy supposed to be acting. Because that's what everybody say they want. Black community, black empowerment. It's a lot of stuff out here, man. But you can't be scared to struggle. You a teacher and you scream at the top of your lungs, bro. If you lose your job, okay. Figure it out somewhere else, bro. It's just money.
It's just money.
It's just money, but society make us think that that's everything. If you ain't living a certain life, and then the lifestyle that they think they're supposed to have, bro, that's crumbs too. Yes. That ain't even real money, jokey. Like, I got them rims, yeah. Look at my chain.
I got the key.
You can't buy no acre of land, dummy. If them boys take your job now, how you gonna keep that payment, jokey? You ain't got no real money. So you might as well fight the system. Because you ain't even got no real money.
So let's go into this interesting point.
Yeah, man.
You get the PhD.
EDD, technically.
EDD, my fault. I don't want to.
No, boy, I don't care about that.
You climb up the academic ladder.
To the top.
To the top. The highest you can get in education.
Can't really get no high. Not really. You just can't get high unless you just get another one. Yeah, to the top of the ladder. Yep. And say, fuck the ladder.
And you don't want it.
No.
You don't want to be called doctor.
I would prefer not to. I would prefer to be called Travis Lamar.
One would say, why do all that and then get up there?
Well, I would say because I had the proper mentorship. I had to learn this on my own. So I ain't learn it, asshole, until I got up there. Whoever's one would say, not you.
Yeah.
Like, I had no.
Brothers.
I had no until I had get there. But now I know. Fuck that ladder. I don't care about that ladder. I don't care about what you see me as. I care about who I am and why I'm here and being connected to the Most High, having a relationship with Elohim and my ancestors and your ancestors too. Because they all working for us. The universe conspires for us to be great. But you got to find your purpose. I don't find mine. Yeah, it took 27, 28 years. But I got them. But it's like the whole time, you'll see sprinkles of it in your life until you read and start watching videos and start consuming content and everything start to manifest and then the awakening happens. Oh, bro, this is who you're supposed to be. And then you be that.
What is your take? I got a few education points I want to know your perspective on.
Let's get it.
What is your take on standardized exams?
Trash. Don't matter. When is a standardized exam ever going to apply to real life? Never. Trash. What's the next question, Trev?
Why do teachers get paid less? Why do you feel like
teachers should be getting paid 6 figures easy?
Why do you think
that should
settling for?
That should tell you enough right there. They don't find value in education as a bigger system. Educators got to have 2 jobs, almost mandatory.
And like I tell people all the time, after 44 years, my mama never made more than $40,000.
What is that? That's crap. That's criminal.
That's criminal.
But you want me to be a part of that? Nope. Ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna happen, bro. That's wrong. They educating children. Why you? And then you ask all, and that's a big circle. Why teachers so slack? Boy get paid $5, and then they gotta use the $3 that they make doing their side hustle to get paper and pencil, cause they budget ain't high enough. Them boy, you gonna give them $150 budget, and they gonna run out of markers in October. What do you want them to do? Stop drawing? No, the teacher got to buy that with the money that you don't pay her. But keep funding the police, though.
So let me ask you, you said a mouthful.
Man, come on, man.
Private versus public, homeschooling. What is okay?
If I had a child,
break the 3 down.
The only thing you can do is go to homeschool. If you rock with me,
thing.
To me,
in your opinion,
in my opinion, that's the only option. Private, charter, public, none of that. Because you have to take the most control over your future. Ain't your child your future? Right? So why you ain't in charge of the child instruction? It's yours. You know the system don't care. If the system had cared, then yeah, same in school. But they don't care. Unless you find like that perfect private school bubble, but then you got to talk about funding. That thing probably costs out the woozwa. So the kids that really need it can't afford it. Man, whatever the application is, fill that thing out, homeschool that child. But then, that goes to, but I gotta work. Well, I'm glad you got your priorities in line. Hey, make your $15 an hour while your child can't read till he's 14. Embarrassed to read in class because he can't read, so he fights. They say he bad, he gets expelled. He gets expelled, he joins the street life. He join the street life, he get killed because you won't go to work. What I just said just now ain't cap.
I ain't no cap.
That's real life.
You really broke that down.
That's how it happened. Because you rather go to work and pay your bills, your child might be dead at 19.
Devil's advocate. How am I going to live, Trav? How am I going to live? You telling me ha. You know, when that ruckus come. Man, listen. Your rebuttal is,
it ain't easy, but you gotta sacrifice. You gotta be willing to struggle. You gotta find a way. You gotta make it happen. All right, let's. Can I connect this to spirituality a little bit?
Man, talk about it.
Okay, and most of the people that we know in our ciphers and universe, most of them are Christians. We brought up Christians, and the scripture says that we have been created in God's image. Why everybody always gloss over that? If we created in God's image, what that mean? We gods, lowercase g. If you a God and you believe in the scripture like that, you can't find a way to homeschool your child. I ain't asking you to, come up with $50 million. I ask you to educate your child. I'll even tell them this: send the child to public school, but when the child come home, educate them for real. Like, figure something out.
You can figure something out.
If you want to, you figure out everything else. If you want that bundle of hair, bro, you gonna figure them out. A wedding happening, you gotta get your nails, lashes, makeup, tools. You gotta find a babysitter. You gon' figure it out.
So it's a priority thing.
Back to priorities, cause you can figure them out. That's what I'm doing. That's what almost every black business, black entrepreneur doing. If they went white and they ain't come from nothing, that's what they're doing. They gonna figure them out if you want it bad enough. You gonna figure it out.
I had this debate with a couple of educators,
Awesome.
and I asked this question to them: why doesn't black educators run straight to the struggling schools, which primarily is our schools?
Yeah.
One told me,
I can't wait to hear this, bro.
One told me because it's hard to teach those students because you got to deal with so much of the extra things that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
In the other schools, it's easier to teach them. Your stance on that is what? Because I was also told, wow, you're not an educator. So Trev, you might need to fall back on your opinion. But I was like, you know what?
Cocky.
For argument's sake, I let you have that. But now that I can talk to an educator.
Right. People so full of themselves. You're not an educator. You don't know. You can't talk. Shut the hell up. You don't play basketball, but I bet you talk about NBA. Shut up, dog. You joking. Stop acting like because you got a title, you better than somebody. You not. That's so jokey, bro. But because you're not in this field, you can't have an opinion. Oh my gosh. That's so pompous. But back to the point. So basically that educator is saying, because I come from poverty and low income, I'm not worth your time. Because you gotta give me a little extra 5 man, Trev, it all go back to ain't no true educators out here like that. Cause a true educator gonna do what he gotta do to reach that child. Ain't no true educators, bro. Like, that's too much work. It's education. What you here for? To educate. So if that child come with baggage, which is not baggage, it's real life, he just happened to not be born with a silver spoon in his mouth on this side of a red line with black skin. That's what he did wrong. Be alive. And because he alive, you're ready to go teach a docile child.
So, you an author?
Yeah, man. Yes, sir.
Tell me about.
Man, listen.
Tell me when did you write your first book?
Oh, don't make me lie, bruh. Don't make me lie. 2018, in the first publication, self-published author too.
Talk about it.
I don't know. It just goes back to my true purpose, like we talked about a little earlier, like how even though I've been just kind of going through the motions without self-reflection and true self and self-knowledge and all that, bits and pieces just always been there. I've always been an avid music listener, bro. I consume more music than most, bro. No cap. And I remember in 4th grade, I used to write comics, dog. Dragon Ball Z comics with dialogue. I remember that. All accelerated reader. I used to always read. So even, and I kind of got away from all that energy with sports and whatnot, but the artistry always been there. So I'm always I'm the person like, man, I gotta leave my imprint on society. Like, that's my biggest fear, leaving this realm and not having an impact. That's literally my biggest fear in life. So it's like, man, I'm a professional helper. I'm a natural helper. I'm somebody who's of service. So it's like, I'm gonna write these books for these kids and base it on my dog. Like the mindset was like, oh, Clifford the big red dog used to be jamming. My pit bull can be jamming. So I just, cause she was jamming. So I just wrote, man, and yeah, that 2018. The Adventures of Egypt Lee, bro. Egypt Goes for a Walk. That was the first one. And I can just talk about, over the years, the DMs I get, the messages. Like, I've kind of mentored another author who authored her books. And you know what I'm saying? People just, oh, that's so dope. And my little cousins, that's what mean the most. Like, they see it. It's like, man, Trevor, author, bro. Like, yeah, like, you can be whatever. Like, that's why I did it. For that reaction right there.
How many books you got?
I got 4.
Wow.
I got 4 that's already published. I got 1 that's just sitting on the computer since 2013. I'm always right, man. I always got stuff. But I got 4 out right now.
Where can someone find the books if they want?
Lulu.com. So that's LULU.com. That's all you need to know. And then the search bar gonna come up. You type in Travis Lamar, and my book's gonna pop up. Easy.
Gotcha.
Easy website, Lulu. I'll be remiss if I didn't say this. Like, this place that we sitting in right now is spiritual. Yes. It's anointed. I feel it, bro. Like, this sweet grass means something to me. Trev gifted me with my own sweet grass, bro. You know how on Apollo with Kiki Shepard, them boys used to walk in and rub. I rub this every day. I rub this every day. So the anointing here, man, y'all can't see all of this, but it's sacred, and I take this energy serious, bro. And that's how I always know, like sessions like this charge me up. So when I'm dolo and I might be vibrating low or something, I can tune into these memories. Your twin told me, bro, this church.
Yes.
When 2 or more agree, bro, this church. And when he said it on the phone, bro, I could have shout. I could have shout, boy. Listen. Yeah, man, Jubo. So yeah, it's all love, man.
My last thing I want you to do, right?
Yeah.
You can look at that camera and you can talk to all Black educators. What would you tell them?
Hey, no cap.
No cap.
Y'all boy leave and let's start our own homeschooling service, bro. No cap. If we gonna be 100% authentic, leave and we'll make a way. Let's just talk, all us in the room. If you really about that life. If you just want to work on weekends, have weekends off and summers off, I ain't talking to you. But if you heard this message and you heard all the atrocities that go on in education, which you already know, and you really want to do something about that, just DM me and we can figure something out. And I hope that's a lot of y'all watching, but I fear that it's not, to be honest.
Man, I wish you much success.
Hey, Trey, I appreciate it, man. This was
I can help you with it.
This was an honor, dog.
Hey,
like being here,
blessing, man.
I'm so happy,
brother.
bro. I'm so happy.
Brother,
I appreciate you.
all is
Yes,
well.
sir. Yes,
Peace
sir.
and love, man. This is Gullah Talk. Like, share, and subscribe. Public schools versus private schools. PWIs versus HBCUs. College versus trade schools. Standardized exams. Underpaid. Overwork. If we don't understand what our educators are going through, how can we expect them to educate?
Ain't my maker for making me. My nigga so real, man. Ain't my mama, she pray for me, yeah. And it was up, yeah. Ain't my haters for hating me, yeah. I kept it so real, man. Never bring me a mislead, yeah. My nigga so real. No fairy tales and no make-believe. The pain was so real, man, real, man. But they ain't my favorite for saving me, yeah. It made me so real. And I don't care what they say about me, yeah. My nigga so real.